Good morning and happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you are all well. Thank you all so much for popping back to receive some more spirit-led insight and guidance from this moment forth. You have to excuse my setup today. We're going to have a little tarot picnic, a little picnic on the floor. It is so freezing here, and I had to come into a room and record this in somewhere that's got a little bit of sun and a little bit of warmth. So I hope you're all coping with the cold okay. Me personally, cold does not agree with me. It actually makes me feel really uninspired and lethargic and unmotivated kinda. So if you're in the same train, you're not alone. You're not alone, but all we can do at the moment is just rug up, feel the warmth come from within, and just ride the wave, I suppose, ride the wave. So once again, thank you so much to everyone who's been watching, subscribing, liking, and also purchasing me a coffee at the end of each video. I honestly really appreciate you guys. You don't go unnoticed. I'm really grateful. I love just inspiring people. I love jumping on and just, even for myself, to receive a little bit of spirit-led guidance and a bit of a heads up as to what's coming. I appreciate that myself, just as much as I love giving it to you guys as well. So once again, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. All right, so if you do want to book a reading, if you do want to purchase me a coffee, if you'd like to leave me a kind donation just as an energy exchange, if you'd like to join my Patreon where I weekly give you your star signs, I do every single star sign over there. I also give a weekly script for the week ahead as well in there, so it can help you with your internal dialogue, just so you can speak things into being. You can join our community group over on Facebook where we share all different sort of links and our experiences and all that sort of stuff. You are more than welcome to do that. The link is down below. It's only $11.11 a month. So yeah, it's quite affordable. And you can join a space where you are more spirit-led. More spirit-led. I am proudly self-taught and spirit-led, so everything that I share with you, all my knowledge, all my wisdom and all that comes from source itself. So I do a little bit of research and all that sort of stuff, but at the end of the day, if I've ever got a problem, I ask spirit. I talk to spirit and say, what's up? Similar when you book a private reading with me. You come and ask me a question. It's not me that's answering. It's not me getting the resources from a textbook or anything like that. It is source and spirit that are answering you, because they know what's best for us at all times. So I'm going to clear my energy now. I'm very excited to do this and receive this today myself. And I'm going to ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection to offer the mass conscious collective something that we may need to know from this moment forth. This can be guidance. This can be personal development, encouragement. It can be a prediction. It can be anything. Nothing's ever scripted here. I live day to day, week by week, year by year, just like you all. All right. Woo! Thank you for jumping out. All right, so the first card we did get is meditate and contemplate. So I did a June forecast reading in my Patreon channel on Sunday, and this is a very similar message to what came out there. I think for the month of June, well, at least from this moment forth as well, don't be surprised if you're not making big drastic changes or choices. It's a time to meditate and contemplate. It's a time to settle into maybe where you are and do a bit of self-reflection as to where you currently are, what's suiting your needs, what's not suiting your needs, and more focus on what you want from this moment forth. It's really important. I think the message in the June reading overall was you're either going to settle for more of what you're currently getting, or you're going to settle into the energy of change and being the creator of your own reality and changing your current circumstances if it's no longer conducive to your own health and well-being. So it's come out again as meditate and contemplate for the mass conscious collective. So, at the end of the day, guys, you'll hear a lot of readers and that say, meditate, contemplate, do all that sort of stuff. It doesn't mean you have to go into a massive and go all Zen-like and Buddha-like and make it a big, hairy deal. out of this. You know, you may just want to put on 30 minutes where you just put on some of your favorite music and have a bit of a dance around and get that energy circulating and moving. Because when you do that, that actually opens up your vibration. It actually opens up your energy to receive downloads or ideas or inspiration from spirit. So that's what we call releasing the resistance in law of attraction terms. So it's really important that you honor yourself enough from this moment forth to give yourself maybe, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes a day to do some form of least resistant work. You may just want to go for a walk and be very intentional with it. That's the thing. Everything in life is intention. You may intentionally, want to connect with Mother Nature and actually go for a walk for 10 or 15 minutes and actually show appreciation for the trees and listen to the birds and become very mindful. That's probably more so. So if you struggle with the word meditate, maybe you could try the word mindfulness. It's a really important time to become a little bit more mindful about about everything. For those who follow this channel, you'd probably be sick of this card because it keeps coming out, but we've got nothing will come of this situation either. So the fact that I get on here and I'm reading Mass Conscious Collective Energy, which is typically the same sort of collective of energies that come and invest time and energy in my page, it's really important that you understand that nothing's going to come of certain situations. So unless you take the time to meditate, contemplate, and have a look at your life and say, is this person changing? Just say, is this situation changing? I'm making the adjustments, but nothing seems to be working. Nothing's coming of this situation. You've really got to use the month of June to separate yourself from any form of attachment to habits, thoughts, beliefs, people, environments, anything of that nature that your intuition's telling you that nothing's going to come of the situation. This could be happening too on a mass conscious collective scale as well. So when I say mass conscious collective, I sort of mean the worldly kind of thing. So there's something that, how do I explain this? There's something that the mass conscious are worrying about, fearing, being concerned about. And I don't know the specific to this, but so they're saying you're doing all that for no reason. The fear, the worry, the concern in that, it's being fed by the mass conscious. So it feels very active and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the kind of 5D reality is that nothing's going to come of that situation. And that could mean have reference to anything. So just be very careful what you're focusing on and what you're mindful of. Try not to tap into the fear and the worry and the concerns of what is happening. Everything always happens for a reason. Your dreams need a practical plan. So we're going back to this planning stage again. So it's really nice to come and listen to readers and get some inspiration and get some motivation from them, or just to get a bit of soothing or to become a little bit more calmer or anything of that nature. But at the end of the day, you are still the creator of your own reality. You need a plan. So Spirit is saying, take some time out to meditate and contemplate. Understand that the things that you fear and worry about a lot on this 3D planet, that nothing's going to come of the situation. Or have a look at your own life and have a look at aspects of your own life that you've been plugging away at, that you've been investing so much time and energy and nothing's coming of the situation. It's time to shift your perspective. It's time to maybe create a new plan for yourself. Or, they just said detour. It's time to make a detour. Otherwise, you may derail. So detour or derail. At the end of the day, you have your own free will. You have your own choice. You choose whatever you want for yourself. But at the end of the day, I think people have a choice at the moment whether they're going to create a detour, which is create a new plan for themselves. I know for myself, I've created a new plan where I dedicate 15 minutes in the morning to a daily spiritual practice because I've moved now and it's all settled. And then at 15 minutes at night as well, I just pop on a meditation or a chakra alignment thing on YouTube or something, and I just lay there and just allow it to do its thing and allow that to build a new momentum for myself. So, you need a plan of some sort. If you don't know what that is, obviously book in for a reading, because that's what I do. I do the personal development stuff. I do the timeline reading. I can read your timeline from the moment you book in forward, and maybe we can together create some sort of a plan for yourself. And like I say, you don't have to make a big hairy deal out of it. there's so many different little things that you can do to help shift your energy and your vibration. That one wanted to jump out. Yeah, see, what do you need to release? I'm going to be really honest and say that people aren't doing the energy work. Honestly, they're expecting the world around them to change. They're expecting everyone around them to create the change that they want to see, but they're struggling to create the change that they wish to see themselves. So obviously there's still energies that are watching this that know they need to release something, but maybe they don't feel supported in that. Maybe they don't know how. There could be a variety of reasons. If that's you, obviously reach out and do something about it. You know, start following more personal development. I mean, I know when I get in a position where I don't know what to do, I check on Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins, I can't think off the top of my reading mind who else I go to. I go to Esther Hicks. I had an Esther Hicks week last week because my energy shifted from moving house. So I've gone from one momentum to a new momentum, and that took a bit of adjustment. So I turned to Esther Hicks, as I always do, to get a new perspective on things and just to have a bit of a refresher, really. So please, if you are keen to change your life, it's really important that you accept and acknowledge those things that you need to release, those things that don't add value, or aren't moving you and detouring you into the direction of what you want and where you're going. Otherwise, if you don't do this kind of energy work, you will settle for sloppy seconds. You will settle into receiving the same shit, just different day. And the way that you can do that is by creating a positive plan for yourself. And it's so funny because in the Patreon group reading for the month of June, this moon shape actually came out. I saw it in my mind's eye, so I kept saying there's like a crescent moon. That's really important because everyone puts so much emphasis on full moons, blue moons, red moons, all the big moony things, but they very rarely do you see the importance of like a waning moon or anything of that nature. So I should really look that up and see when that is. But yeah, pay attention to that because there is definitely a shift coming in. Same cards, you guys, same cards. Believe in the impossible. Go back and watch my other weeks if you don't believe me. The same cards keep coming out because the same people, the same energies are coming to watch. And if you are new, maybe just go back and have a look because there may be a message in the past videos for you because we're all at different stages in our energetic timeline. So just because I posted something a month ago doesn't mean it's not relevant to you now. It's going to be different for everybody. So if you want to do that, you can do that. But something that we believe that is impossible is actually becoming possible right now. It's got to do with the moon cycles to some degree. But at the end of the day, you do need to have a plan. And there's something about nothing's going to come of this certain situation, whether it's in your own personal life or whether it is what people are actually fearing and worrying about on a collective scale. So we don't want to jump on here and sound patronizing because there's a lot going on around us. There's a lot of, people trying to bring light to certain situations and stuff like that. But if you have no control over anything at the moment, try not to enforce that fake control you believe you do have, because some things are literally out of our control. The only thing that we can control are our choices, our thoughts, our daily practices, where our family and ourselves are going. That's the stuff we have control over. You can choose to feel good or you can choose to feel crappy. You can choose to take the detour or you can choose to derail. Life is a choice. You need to make a choice. These cards jumped out. Yeah, so a lot of people still are feeling like they're on a fork in the road. I've got a feeling this is the energy after the full moon and the Mercury retrogrades and all that we had. So at the end of the day, you get out of life what you put into it, especially when it comes to your energy and vibration. So if you're feeling like you are on a fork in the road, sometimes this is a good sign to come out that just say you're not off track. Because a lot of people, they start feeling a little bit worse than what they did maybe a week or two ago and think that something's going wrong. It's not. Nothing's going wrong. Everything's going right. But you've got to honor yourself enough to take that time out to sort of sit there and go, you know what? This isn't working. This person isn't adding value. This job is no longer satisfying. If you know what you don't want, you always know what you do want. You know, I'd love a satisfying job. I'd love to be able to work with children. I'd love to be amongst like-minded people. I really would like to invest in my personal development journey. I'd love to get more and more and more. I want to learn more about the law of attraction. I'd love to get a new house. I'd love to purchase that new car. If you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So now's the perfect time to do the process. Something that I coach and mentor someone, and you probably heard me say this 100 times, is you just get a piece of paper, fold it in half, and on the left-hand side you put, these are the things that I don't want anymore, and list them. So if you know what you don't want, you intuitively know what you do want. So if you don't want to feel unsettled, scared, worried, fearful anymore, you know that you want to feel stable, secure, and supported. So you do the energy work, rip off the piece of paper, chuck out the stuff that you don't want, and focus solely on thoughts and behaviors that are going to be more conducive to the things that you do want from this moment. And give yourself time and grace, because it's a process, and you've gained a certain momentum and invested a certain amount of energy into things in your past. Yes, they're going to catch up with you, and that's probably what you're experiencing now, but now's a perfect opportunity to take those experiences and shift them into something else by creating a better positive plan for yourself. We got cleaning up energy too. Clean it up. So like I say, it's about doing the energy work right now in the month of June and making positive choices for yourself. What I love about it is that we got the higher power. So like I say, spirit are on our side. I'm sorry about the light and the glare and the can't be helped. But the spirit are so close to us right now. They just told me the word visiting. They are visiting. So they are either visiting you in your dreams. They just told me landmarks. So they are visiting to their own degree, whether they're connecting, they just said global. So they are connecting with the globe. They are connecting more worldwide, but it's up to us to release the resistance of our everyday 3D life, tap into the 4D, which is our beliefs, our optimism, our expectations, all that sort of stuff, and really start following your own internal guidance system. It is guiding you very heavily right now. They're those intuitive nudges. That's the feeling nudge. I won't go there today. I'll go there tomorrow. Those sort of things. You think they're coming from your head, but they're not. They're coming from your intuition. It's your soul calling you to where you need to be. So that's really important right now, but they're lighting up. They're lighting up the world. They're lighting it up. They're saying, lighting it up. We're lighting it up. We need you to light it. We need you to light that candle within you. Come to the light. Believe in the light. They just keep saying, light it up globally, light it up, light it up. Turn the light on within yourself. Yeah, look at that. So they've got mending as well. So like I say, spirit, source, non-physical energies, I just call them spirit because all different people, all different energies talk to me at all different times, but they're bringing love into the situation. Are you going to accept that love? Are you going to embrace that love? Are you going to tap into that space within yourself that is an extension of positive source energy, and you are love? It's time to show it. If you want things to love, if you want physical experiences, if you want change in your life, you've got to be the love that you want to receive. So I guess that's the overall message for this week from this moment forth, is be the person you want to attract. And if you aren't, then put in the energy work to do that, to become that. Because we are mending. There is something being fixed here. It is coming from the light, the external spirit light, but it's also, they're trying to light that wick within you. They're trying to light you up. But you've got to want better. You've got to be on the detour track, not the derailing track. That's for sure. And look, I know that most of you, and myself included, it feels like we've been riding a donkey. We've been riding a donkey for so long, it's like, come on, and they stop and they get distracted and, all this sort of stuff. They're saying, let's jump on the stallion now. Let's jump on the stallion. Let's go for a good old ride, because I feel like that's the energy for the second half of 2022 anyway. Those who are putting in the energy work, they're going to take off. They're going to really, really take off. And I've got this in all my private readings, which is really exciting. But in trueness, I don't know the words. In all honesty, I mean, we are at a fork in the road. That's how it feels. But the second half of the year is going to be banging. Yeah, so we've got never ending stories. So you're either going to choose to stay and lock your heart away and don't even expose yourself to anything that's loving, giving, nurturing, which is the universe. The universe is unlimited. It is abundant. It is prosperous. It is joyful. It's sort of like a choice whether you keep your heart locked up and you stay in denial and worry and fear and concern and all that sort of stuff and really do your head in about it, or it's because they got I'm singing that song by Freddie Mercury, I Want to Break Free. So, maybe you might want to pop some music on and listen to some tunes that actually help shift your energy to move forward. I think I said that at the beginning. But some of you are staying in this never-ending story, and that'd be a bloody shame. It'd be a bummer. And you got by the book as well. So by the book to me represents, I would really practice the laws of attraction. There are so many laws in the law of attraction. There's the law of karma. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I would really get into the law of attraction. If not, it's just a learning. Get your head into a book and learn about something new. If you do want to change something they're making me write now. So some of you may want to write a book or write a blog or share your experiences or do something of that nature. But writing is very important. So get into your journaling and your scripting and all that sort of stuff. This is the energy for June. Overall, it's about putting in the energetic work, so to speak, rather than making big physical changes or choices or decisions, so to speak. They just said, don't follow the leader, follow the light within. We are lighting your light. We are lighting your wick. We are trying to bring out that light and love within you. We are penetrating you through your dreams, through your meditations, through your path of least resistance. The more you release the need to control, the more you release the fear, the worry, the concern, and start understanding that we all do live in an unlimited universe. It is powerful. It is accepting. It is love. It is high vibe. The more that you accept that and embrace that in your life, that's when you're going to get off the donkey and jump on the stallion. And then you're going to start receiving everything that you've been asking for. But, knowledge is power. So if you don't know how, you need to research it. You need to look into some books. You need to ask people who are doing this, who do lead by example. They say, go with who leads by example, and you'll know what that means. Yeah, because there's truths coming out. There's definitely truths coming out. Some of you may receive a truth from a person, so it could be an apology, an explanation, some sort of understanding, and it's going to open up your heart space so you can actually move forward. Some of you may have to open up your heart space and be truthful and just say, look, I'm not having a great time right now. Or not hide yourself. If you're having a great time, don't hide yourself away because everyone else is feeling miserable and, you don't want to make someone else feel bad because you're having such a great time and they're so down in the dumps. You've got to be your true self. The world needs more celebration, more enjoyment, more activity, more fun, more laughter. Have a laugh at yourself. Laugh at other people if you have to, how they react to that, whatever. But we've got to loosen up and to start being, because a lot of masks are falling off. So this is the shedding and the releasing of certain egos. This can be happening to you as an individual, or you'll start seeing it amongst other people. But, because Spirit is saying the worst thing that people are doing at the moment is they're getting into the energetic momentum of feeling that they have to protect themselves. We're in a protection thing. So if you're in a protection momentum or energy or feeling or mental state, you've got this deep down belief that someone's out there to attack you, that you're being attacked, that you're not safe, that you're not secure. And that's pretty deep, and that takes a bit of time to unravel. I was once there, but I've done the work and I'm on the other side of that now. So, be very, very mindful. Oh, they all wanted to jump out. Be very, very mindful of that energy you're putting out there. I had a discussion with this yesterday over the last few days with a few private clients and stuff like that, is a lot of people are led to believe that they've got to do a certain amount of healing or, fixing up or mopping up or things like that. Sure, there's times in our lives where we may have to go back and look back and sort of go, oh, what happened there? Where was I vibrating and all that sort of stuff. But what you're actually doing is you're putting your now, your here and now energy and vibration and emotional self and your mental mindset and all that, you're putting it back and reactivating the trauma, the injustice, the problem, the issue, that emotion, and you're keeping that active within you. Sure, there are some healers out there or whatever that do transmute that, because I've experienced it. I took my mum to a healer. They transmuted that energy and she was good as gold afterwards. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're just starting out on your journey and you feel like you have to go back to the past and clean or mop anything of that up before you can even start to move forward, sometimes that can actually cause you injustice, because you're reactivating that emotion and you don't want that reactivated. You want that transmuted. You want that soothed. You want to shut the door on that. So I think, in all honesty, a lot of the Mass Conscious Collective at the moment are being guided to more so focus on the creation of your desires. Focus on moving forward with what you're wanting to achieve and putting the necessary plans and action steps through meditation and contemplation, through the positive energy work, to start moving forward, rather than constantly trying to go back and mop up mess or fix something or get understanding as to why someone did what they did. All that sort of jargon. So just be very mindful. It's going to be different for everybody, but that's been coming through even in my private readings with people, that you got to be very mindful that you're not focused, because that's the fork in the road too. You can be focused too far in the past, which makes you actually just feel really depressed and less than, and it's just a reminder of, what's happened and all that sort of stuff. Or you can tap into the future. If you go too far in the future, you can get really anxious because that brings impatience. How is that going to happen? You get too far in advance, it gets you really anxious. Come back to the here and now. Come back to the here and now, because the truths are going to be told anyway. It's going to come out of you, because Spirit are helping light this wick, this candle wick. Just show me the wick, like the top of the candle. They're trying to light that from within you, through your dreams, through your meditations, through your paths of least resistance. So if you work with Spirit and give them the chance to do what they do best and get out of the way of the problem, get out of the way of the fear, get out of the way of the worry, get out of the way of the concern, get out of your own bloody way, and just allow yourself to be in an environment that is conducive. It may be dinner with friends. It may be, going to watch a movie at the cinema. It may be reading a really good book. It may be going for a walk in the sunshine when there is it. Whatever it is for you, please honor yourself enough to release the resistance that's going on within you right now, so they can do their job and they can work for you. So, most of the time they will come to you in your dreams, because that's the only time that you will involuntarily, because we all go to sleep, but that's when you release your resistance. So you want to get it all day, every day from them. All right, let's get into some tarot, running a bit over time. Yeah, so place your orders, my loves. It's time to place your order. The way I can say this in an overall sense is to start creating. Now is the time to start creating a plan and start creating the life you desire. Follow your intuition at all costs. I do feel like if you do practice Spirit's guidance here, that things will start getting emotionally better for you. And when you emotionally feel better, you manifest so much more rapidly. You manifest so much more easily and so much more effortlessly. What do you want to fill your cups up with at the moment? If you can't think of specific things, go with the feeling based of it. I want stability and security, stability. I can't remember the words I just said. I want improvement in health. My health is getting better and better and better. My bank account is overflowing. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly from multiple solutions. My relationships are just thriving. I love how much fun we're having in our relationships. My career is taking off. I'm getting all the clients that I need. My products are walking off the shelf. Start telling the story and start creating the life that you desire, and then follow your own intuitive guidance, which will lead you to make physical action steps. Rather than make them out of desperation, you're going to be inspired to do something else. I should contact that person. I should have a look for an outlet where I can stock my products. I can, apply for that job, or whatever it is for you, because look at that. You got the Ace of Pentacles. The value of this coin is going to be different for everybody, but there is financial freedom, financial abundance, joy, prosperity, love, whatever you're looking for, it is in the pipeline. The second half of the year is going to be a corker, I'm telling you. So if you aren't doing the energy work right now, please, please, please open your mind to possibly at least being curious about it. You know, it's you're going to miss out otherwise, and that'd be a big bloody shame. You know, ideas are going to start ramping up, they're saying. Your ideas are going to start ramping up. You may not be in a physical space right now or in the motivated space to follow what you're inspired to do right now, but that's okay. You know, it's about the journey, not the destination. So the main thing is they want you to become inspired again. They want you to be inspired. Five of Pentacles just jumped out. For those who don't, I don't read tarot card meanings, just so people know who may be new. But the Five of Pentacles, that represents, you know, walking away. Some of you may actually score an opportunity or an option that comes in for you that will help you shift and break out of the old. So that's really good, but that's being divinely orchestrated. That's being divinely, you being divinely led to that. So I've been getting this for private clients as well, but August and September seem to be very, very significant because I feel like when I tap into the energy of August, September, I feel warmer, and it's not just climate, weather, warm. I just feel like I'm going to get real busy. So make sure in between now and August, September that you take care of your physical health, that you take care of your mental health, take care of all that, because I feel like I'm mentally stimulated and I'm physically motivated to do something. So you want your body to be in alignment with that, so you don't have a burnout or, you know, catch a cold or do anything of that kind of things because you're not physically in alignment with the action that I see coming in. Yeah, beautiful. So if you take the time out right now to release any negativity, to release the unwanted. A lot of you know what's not good for you right now. This message is going to keep coming out until the mass conscious collective of you who are watching this do this type of work. You know, it's time to focus on your own cup. Sure, shit's happened in the past. Sure, you've been emotionally traumatized or you're not feeling up to par right now. You're not feeling up to speed. Spirit is saying that's okay. It's just a fork in the road. But you have the choice. You have the choice to wake up each and every day and live it how you want to live it on your terms. How do you want to live it? How do you want to live it? Do you want to live it more intuitively and more soul-led and spirit-led and more proactive, or and actually take a detour and move towards that? Or are you going to choose to wake up and do the same shit different day, derail yourself just a little bit further so it's harder and harder and harder to pick up speed later on when other things do go pear-shaped? So it's up to you and your choice. All I know is that justice is coming for some of you. Justice is coming because you followed your friggin' wisdom. You got your head in a book, you learned something new, you're applying different strategies, you created a plan, you're moving forward more fearlessly, you're not paying attention to the injustices. Life is very black and white. It either feels good or it doesn't. You know, a lot of you are taking charge of your sword and saying, you know what, I'm done with this BS. I'm sick of living the life that I'm living. I'm going to find a resource, I'm going to find a book, going to find a mentor, going to find a reader, going to find something, a resource out there that's going to help me move forward, that's going to help me create the life I desire. I choose to feel better. So start choosing that justice is coming, and justice is going to come in the form of abundance. The Nine of Pentacles here. This is things coming back to people threefold. You know, it may start with a little win and then that doubles and that triples. And, you know, I believe in the June reading overall we got, are you feeling lucky? So maybe it's time for you to step into that lucky feeling. How many people buy a lotto ticket and go, oh, I bought a lotto ticket, that's all cool and stuff, but in their energetic vibration, it's like, I never win. Don't know why I just put that on, but I never win. And then you check the results and go, yeah, I knew it. See, I didn't win again. And then we do this cycle. You know, we need to get our energy into optimism, into that abundant, joyful, anything is possible. I'm so excited. You know, what will be, that kind of energy. Spice it up, kids. Spice it up, because justice is coming. The second half of the year is going to be a corker. It's actually going to be a corker, especially if you've laid down your plans and done the energy work in between now and August and September. Look, money from new ideas. Oh, the pentacles are coming out. This is money. This is abundance. Sure, people may have been stripped of certain things in the past from people they have no control over, if you know what I mean. But that's not your issue anymore. You know, there's 101 ways to skin a cat. If something's not working, or you're not allowed to, or it's forbidden, or whatever, you know, find another way. Find another way. But those who have turned the other cheek, so to speak, and have actually focused on opportunities and options that they are out there, they don't know what they are right now, and that's cool. But I know they're coming to me because Spirit are showing me the way. Spirit are trying to connect with me. I just need to release the resistance. I just need to open up my heart space a little bit more. I just need to increase my self-worth. I just got to know that I deserve better and I can get better. And it's happened to so many people before. It can happen to me too. So don't be jealous of other people during this time. Be inspired. Ask them, pick their brain. How'd you do it? How'd you do it? What's your secret? You know, I want what you got. And I'm not jealous of you by all means, because everyone deserves to have everything that they desire in this life. They deserve everything because the universe is unlimited. It is prosperous. It is joyful. But I want to be an active participant in this now. I want to be a deliberate creator. I don't want to keep attracting by default. I don't want shit to keep happening to me. You know, I'm tired of this poor me energy. I want what you got. So it's time to start changing that tune and getting a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more empowered, by placing the orders, because your prayers are being answered. The prayers are definitely being answered. Look, at the moment, a lot of you will be in this energy where you're just sort of daydreaming. You're just daydreaming, you're fantasizing. It's like you've got a really good handle on what's no longer working in your life, but you want to know what is, you know, you're replacing what's unwanted with things that are wanted in your whimsical, daydreamy self. You take this, you create a plan, and look at this, Spirit are going to deliver everything that you've prayed for. And it's like this lady here is just sort of sitting here going, well, you've placed all your orders down here. Which one do you want first? Do you want the love first? Would you like the money first? Would you like that better health first? You know, do you want that new career path first? Which one do you want? The second half of 2022 is going to be having choices. It's going to be about having options. But you use this time wisely between now and August to create these options and choices for yourself. So detour or derail, it's going to be totally up to you guys. Either which way, justice is going to be served. You either learn lessons the hard way, and by default, or you create it, accept it, take ownership of it. And the biggest thing that most people won't accept or take ownership of is the fact that they are a big magnet, and they are attracting these experiences to them, whether they're good or bad. So take ownership as well. All right, we'll get some oracles. Going a bit over today, but obviously that was the message that needed to come out now that I'm all warmed up with spirit juju. So yes, what's your thoughts? Your thoughts create your things, most definitely. So I think it's you got to release some of those old ways of thinking by replacing it with maybe some morning affirmations, with some daily self scripts, with some journaling. You know, the I am, I can, I believe, I can't think of another one. But starting off with those sort of prompts, you know. It's important to only think about what you desire now, not what you fear. Same message. We've got simplify your life. So a lot of you do need to declutter your life in some way. Some of you may need to start saying no to people who are trying to put more on your plate, especially if you've got too much that you can cope with right now. You know, delegate, they just said. So maybe it's time for you to delegate. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance flow of activities. So, and they said make a decision. So now's not a time necessarily to make big rash decisions or big bold movements physically, so to speak. It's a time to sit down and really articulate what it is that you want, what it is that you need. Maybe not go into what you want energy. It's up to you, words are words, but I'm talking about more the vibration of it. Maybe you just need to start with telling the universe what you need. So once you actually receive what you need, then you can start jumping up a little bit and getting into those things that you actually want. You know what I mean? That's that type of energy as well. So it's time to make a plan, lay out the thing, start a vision board if you want. That's something that a lot of people identify with, create a vision board, do something like that. But that's creating a plan. You know, if you want to build your own house, Don't worry about the time frame in which it's going to happen or what the interest rates are doing or what's happening in the world these days. If you want it and believe it, you can receive it. So just start creating your own house. Get on Pinterest, start up a little pin board or whatever they do over there and manifest and design your house. You're better off spending your time and energy doing that type of work than sitting there watching the news, waiting for the rental prices to come down, waiting for the world to change. Please, for the love of God, stop waiting for other people to change and stop waiting for the world to change before you create that change within yourself to become more of a deliberate creator and more intentional in all of your action steps from this moment forth. Justice is coming. Justice is coming because nothing's going to come of the current situations which aren't adding value to your life. Spirit are trying to give you this value. Please, please, please open your heart and start receiving it because you deserve it. All right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope that all made sense. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.